Now, you were just telling us, Jack, off air that that you were with Big Sam last week. Yeah.
I was at the Arsenal-Man City game. I was sat next to Big Sam. And it was, obviously we were talking about how successful Roy Hodgson's tenure at Crystal Palace had been. And there was a lot of joshing and jokes at the expense of Big Sam, and talking about how, he was going to be the next one to come out of retirement. But it was all very much in jest. And then a week later, I go on my phone and see that Big Sam's out of retirement. I'm all for it. I'm a huge admirer of Big Sam. And I think, for Leeds, why not roll the dice?
4 games,
It's going to be amazing.
Do you want to come and do
some
more
games?
games?
It's
amazing, isn't it?
And I love that, the Premier League has turned into the wild geese, and we've got Roy and Big Sam, and who's next?
And if they don't make it, if they don't go up, sorry, they don't stay up, you've got to blame the judge in the Sammy Lee case. And Sammy's not on trial; he's on jury duty.
Oh, is he?
He wasn't excused jury duty.
Really?
And he said the judge was very unfair. He said no to Sammy, so he can't join me now, and he wanted to join me. So boo!
He doesn't need him.
Yes, you were suggesting Arsene Wenger yesterday for Spurs, weren't you, Paul?
No, I wasn't. Andy Goldstein was.
Nottingham Forest have got to be looking and going, who could we get? Ron Atkinson's 84, right?
Yeah, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? Yeah.
But he hasn't had a job in a while. But
Right. It is like the Wild Geese, that old Roger Moore film. Isn't it? It's just getting a bit like that. So, but you kind of sense Big Sam he said a funny thing when he was in his press. Sorry, carry on.
No, I was just remembered as well. He clearly wasn't thinking about management in a serious way there, because we were talking about what his plans were next week, and I was like, I might be up north, and he was like, can you do my podcast? And we were talking about him doing his podcast and stuff like that. And then
Sam Allardyce
it must have
like
happened very quickly.
An open spot comedian. Can you do my podcast? I'm free next week.
But we exchanged numbers, and we were going to arrange me going on his podcast next week. And now I'm tempted to text him and say, do you want me to?
Now you're kit manager
dust
at
off my
Leeds.
boots and man mark Erling Haaland.
He did say He said I wasn't expecting a phone call. He said, but then the phone went off, and it was from a number I recognised. So I thought, does he know all the numbers of every chief executive in football? So 2473. Oh, that's Leeds.
He thought it was me sniffing around for that podcast booking. And actually, it was the Leeds chairman offering him a job.
That he's in Leeds, because you're doing the Leeds First Direct Arena.
That is a wonderful little segue
nice.
into some tour promotion.
Nice.
Thank you very much.
This is why I'm here.
Jermaine Jenas is suddenly looking over his shoulder, because that's one show all day.
And I didn't have any notes or anything, did I?
No.
I had no notes. I just came up with that.
We're going to go to a film feature on voles in a few moments. No, Jack, you are on tour, aren't you?
I am, yeah. I was at the Milton Keynes Theatre last night doing the last of my warm-up shows, and then I kick off the tour in May. I'm all over the country. I am playing the Leeds First Direct Arena, I think, in June, and doing arenas all over the country. So
are you happy with it? Is everything properly honed now? It's good. It's good to go.
Yeah. I've been doing it for a while now. I've done lots of warm-up shows. I toured it in America for a month, and it's in pretty good shape, I think, now. So I'm just I'm jumping at the bit and raring to go.
I expect you have to see how Big Sam gets on in the 4 games before he'll be. Can I come on stage at the first arena? Let's just see how you get on.
Who kept us up, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's just see how you get on, Sam. Let's see how you get on.
Be a great comedian, Big Sam.
Do you find?
I'd love to see him on the working men's circuit.
Okay, lads. Bingo
this
in
thing
an
on.
hour.
Yeah.
Sammy Lee. Thanks very much to Sammy Lee there.
The pies have just arrived.
Paul Hawksbee and Andy Jacobs, Monday to Friday afternoons 1 till 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.